Are you ready? Go now. Super Claw! My name's Jason Nelson. Hi. I'm here accepting the award. Drunken Boat is having lovely festivities for web art, or I guess it's the 2006, possibly 2007 now, Drunken Boat Pan Literary Awards. And I won for this crazy work that's behind me. I'm in Australia. A lovely person named Bevan is helping me do this in our blue screen room. So we have more than horses and donkeys and kangaroos. We actually have some technology. I hate that when people do quotes. I'm not wearing shoes. That's part of the deal with my job here. It's a bit unfortunate. Ringworm is always a problem. Anyway, this is how you will die. Basically, it's a work that predicts how you will die. And I've lost 3 friends because of this, although they weren't really friends. They were just people I know, people I was just trying to become friends with because I didn't know anybody here. And they thought that somehow this work was directed at them, because it is a rather assertive title. I mean, this is how you will die, you and the audience. In the 3rd row, this is how you're going to die. Basically, how this works is I took the code for a slot machine. An online slot machine, cheesy, stupid online slot machine that people would play. Someone made it, I stripped it down and replaced all the little suns and sapphires and diamonds and all the rest of that crap that goes into a slot machine with 15 5-line stories. And each of these stories basically has different chunks to it. So you have the first 2 sections, which would be sort of how you're going to die. The middle section happens when you die, and the last 2 sections are what happen after you die. The crazy thing about this is that people, I mean, this got maybe about 300,000 hits, aside from being in the Drunken Boat literary magazine. It also kind of went crazy and went viral on the web, and people really took this really seriously. Oh, you can see here in the back, you can win. There are ways you can actually win death credits. You can't see because it's behind me, but if you look behind me here, there are a little place for death credits that you can win. We'll try it again. I would read this to you now, but I can't because you just can't see it in the monitor here. But you can read it for yourself, obviously. So you play it, basically, and then it just recombines these different stories. Now, you also get these little video clips.
Driving.
And that one's behind there. I think there's another one hidden underneath here. Let's try it again. But the video clips are sort of like little death video clips, where it's a montage of video and some photographs, all having to do, again, with death. I quite love it. For some reason, a lot of my work is really morbid. I don't particularly have a fascination with death, but this work certainly has to do with it. There you go, another little death video. Again, with additional poetry. My girlfriend's also on this one, which is quite nice. Now, what I wanted to show you basically is, aside from this, I have this idea that a lot of electronic literature, the forms of electronic literature don't get reused. You know, new media is always about the new technology or new interface or new whatever. And I find this really problematic because basically it doesn't allow things to be fully explored. So, with that in mind, to really fully explore these things, what I've done is I've actually taken this same work and I've actually made another one. Now, the other one is, you can see it here. We still have the sound for the other one going in the background, but that's my fault. This is a Christmas disaster generator. Exact same interface, you can see. But instead of it just being about how you're going to die, this is how you're going to have the crappiest Christmas ever. And same idea. 15 5-line stories. And you try to make it so they recombine. Grammatically, they don't necessarily fit. In terms of the making sense, they don't necessarily make sense. But it's a really fun, interesting sort of way, I think, of allowing a person to create or generate their own little stories. It's not as interactive as some of my other work. I find that problematic. There are lots of hidden things in here. In fact, there's an email address hidden in this one. This is the Christmas disaster generator. And there's also an email hidden in the other one as well, which is the death one, which I'll pull up here. There it goes. And if you find that email address, if you email something, I'll email you a brand new death scenario. Yes, I've written lots of death scenarios. I'm sure you're glad to hear that. Let me just say this before we quit here, because I only have a few minutes. I think the Drunken Boat Awards are great in the sense that they're an award. And problematic is that we don't really have many awards left in electronic literature, or even literature, especially anything net-based. And this is a real issue. And I really admire the fact that Drunken Boat is still around, and they're thriving, and they're still producing issues. So many journals have gone by the wayside, and that's tragic. So you folks in the audience had damn well better start some journals and find some funding for them, and give us artists some money, because we're poor and our hair turns purple in the lights. And we need things to fix that, basically, if you know what I mean. That's blood in the background there. Gorgeous, gorgeous blood. That's like death, isn't it? Blood is actually not death. It's the opposite of death. I'm continuing playing this. Anyway, thanks. Sorry I can't be there. I would love to be there, because I am here on the opposite side of the world. If you want to explore some more of my work, please do. Go to secrettechnology.com. Look, there's a link. I'm going to redo it soon, completely redone. So I think you will not enjoy it at all, because most of my work is rather annoying and strange. Oh, these pictures are from, real quick, since I have 2 minutes here. These pictures are from a forest that was decimated by a big fire outside of the Gold Coast. That's where I live, in Gold Coast, Australia. And it was quite beautiful in the way that it would have been about 6 months since the fire came through, so all these little sprouts of greenery were coming up through this really black landscape surrounded by multi-million-dollar homes. Again, awards, multi-million-dollar homes, these are the things that we need. Anyway, I think that's it for me. Thanks again. I hope you enjoy This Is How You Will Die. You should definitely play around with it and scare your friends, as I have done with my friends. Also, see if you can find the Christmas Disaster Generator. I have another one that's coming. Another one of these generated things, because they're easy and fun to do. Anyway, cheers. There's my foot again. I hope you enjoyed my foot. Bye. Goodbye. The claw. See ya. That's it. You should stop it now.